You're watching Pulse for August the 12th, and it's time for some World of Warcraft news. In this week's episode, we take a look at the patch 4.2.0a notes, a quick mention of patch 4.2.2 on the PTR, some hotfixes, a big tease from Blizzard, the possibility of seeing Deathwing in Outland, and more. Let's get started. So this might not be the biggest World of Warcraft news ever, but it's news. A new patch hit the live servers recently, patch 4.2.0a. There weren't really very many changes in this patch. It contained no new content, items, or any of that good stuff. Instead, just a bunch of system tweaks, bug fixes, and other little niggles that were irritating players. So I guess this tiny patch could still be appreciated. That said, you can have a look at the full patch notes below, but I won't cover them here in detail. Next up, the guys from over at MMO Champion have discovered that patch 4.2.2 is actually now available on the test realms. So 4.2.2 has apparently not got anything really interesting in it just yet, but it seems like this may well just be a bit of a cleanup patch to prepare for something bigger, hopefully something like patch 4.3. We can't be sure yet. You can check the full semi-official patch notes out below, and by full I mean all 5 of them. We've also been told that it seems like Blizzard might well be gearing up to test the guild transfer server soon, so that's also pretty exciting. Other than that though, all this has really done is spark people's interest in once again speculating about patch 4.3. I can't even begin to say anything about 4.3 yet. All I do know is that Blizzard would actually have to add another 5-man dungeon, because they have been promising that for quite some time. Will we finally be seeing the Abyssal Maw 5-man dungeon? Or is it about time for that War of the Ancients raid that was promised back at BlizzCon? Who knows? All I can say is you should probably just keep checking the news for the next couple of weeks, because I'm sure something interesting will pop up. Now it's time for yet another set of hotfixes. Yes, the good old patch 4.2 hotfixes. These have already taken effect on the live servers. So, the biggest amongst them, if a player is kicked by a vote from a dungeon finder group, the leader of the group is no longer able to invite that player back. Several creatures in the Firelands are no longer susceptible to snares or other immobilizing effects. Eternal Embers are now epic quality. Heirloom items can now once again be linked in chat. I think that last one was pretty annoying for a lot of people. Then there were just 1 or 2 small class changes and 1 or 2 tweaks to the Hydral regrowth and Molten Front areas. All in all, pretty much what you'd expect from a set of hotfixes, nothing too special. You can check the full list of August 10th changes out below. Now something I've definitely been waiting to talk about. Blizzard have posted a pretty interesting screenshot on their Facebook page. The title of the screenshot, Glimpses. And as you can see, there's a lot of interesting stuff going on in it. Let's have a look. So firstly, you can see that the ethereals are back, and they're in a room that apparently looks somewhat like those in Stormwind, with a bit of ethereal flair added to it. So the first of these ethereals is apparently void storage. Now there's a lot of speculation going on about what this could be. Some people are saying this could just be a larger bank. Others are saying account-wide banking. That would be pretty useful. Then we have the transmogrifier. So transmogrifying, yes, that's a bit of a mouthful, is generally to change something's appearance. So perhaps we'll finally be able to change the look of items. Weapons and armor? Who knows? If not that, it could be something to do with character customization as well. And the last one, an arcane reforger. So reforging is already available. Is this also meant for gear? Or are we going to be able to reforge our spells now? That could be pretty interesting. It could be something like the runes for Diablo 3. I don't know, I think that kind of thing could work in World of Warcraft if done properly, but, you know, we're gonna have to wait and see. We can't judge just yet. So the last thing to talk about, the room and the actual meaning of this screenshot. The room looks, as I said, like a pretty standard Stormwind room, just with a few extra changes. Could it be temporary? Is it going to be somewhere else? It does look pretty final to me with all those little details. And is this patch 4.3 teasing? Some people were even saying this could be something about World of Warcraft's next expansion, but I very much doubt that. It is much more likely to just be patch 4.3. So if you were going to leave any comment at all in this episode, leave one about this. Let me know what you think it is. But wait, there's more. A poster on MMO Champions forums named Bacon had a bit of a conspiracy theory of his own going on. Is Deathwing's lair going to be in Outland? Now this could most definitely tie in with the screenshot we just had a look at. Now, I'm not going to cover every single little bit of speculation that him and his friend did here, but they think that Deathwing's lair might well be somewhere off the eastern coast. Yes, I'll call it coast. Eastern coast of Outland. Now, looking at all the information they've collected, it seems quite plausible, and they definitely seem to know their stuff. This could be nothing more than a pipe dream, but we may well be heading back to Outland sometime soon, and I'm pretty excited about that. I really think our stay there was far too short. So regardless of all these watermarks on the maps and dusty tombs they must have read through to find all this information, what do you guys think? Is that plausible? Could we be setting up a base in Outland once again to assault Deathwing? The one reason I can think that would work is because Outland has always been a lot more neutral, and it would make a lot more sense if that was the battleground, if that was the setting, if the Horde and Alliance were going to team up to battle him together from the shores of Outland. I know, I keep referring to Outland as an island. It's a bad habit. Anyway, it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot to think about, for sure. Let me know what you think about all of it, read more about all of it below, and with that done, let's head on over to the World of Warcraft Smalls. In the World of Warcraft Smalls this week, you can check out a new World of Warcraft fan wallpaper posted on the official site. You can see 3 new World of Warcraft art gallery updates. You can have a look at the 2 latest community news posts over on the EU site. Then, apparently Blizzard wants our comics. And you can have a look at the latest Corehound Pup screenshot contest winner. Then check out a 2011 European Battle.net Invitational Roundup, also on the official site. And over at MMO Champion, it seems like World of Warcraft has lost another 300,000 subscribers, but Blizzard isn't too fazed about that. You can have a look at the latest character gender ratio updates, the world first Glory of the Firelands Raider by Ascendance, and the world first Dragonwrath by Tease on the US server Senjin in the Guild Premonition. Then Fine Dining, a guide to the food and drink of Azeroth, courtesy of Wowhead. Then you can have a look at Blizz Blues, Real Money Auction House, and a PvP documentary, The Flag. Right here on YouTube, there are 2 interesting videos I urge you to check out. Firstly, the latest Orc vs. Wild. This one's on the Moon God server, and it contains some pretty interesting RP stuff. Then, sort of tying in with that, have a look at Roleplaying with WoW Krendor and Jesse, a possible new series that Jesse might be starting up. Lastly in the Smalls, if you missed it, check out The Guild Season 5 Episode 2. Now let's check out the blue posts for the past week. The Blues had a bit to say on Tier 11 shoulders and head for justice points, on why BlizzCon exists, can't Blizzard just attend E3, on hiring Game Masters, on the BlizzCon 2011 virtual tickets giving out 2010's pets, and lastly on character limits. Sadly, that's all I have for you in the World of Warcraft news. Check back here soon for more. Remember to like the video, favorite it, share it, and subscribe. Most importantly though, happy Warcrafting.